Hello and welcome to my first video here on You're Grounded. After playing Grounded for about 80 to 90 hours with a lot of pause time thrown in here and there whilst making these videos, I'd like to think that I have a good basis for sharing some tips I wish I would have known before I started playing. If you found this video useful or if you enjoyed the video, please do start this channel off with a rating and a comment. It'd be great to have this channel grow and become one of the main sources of information for Grounded's release. Now let's get started at number 1. First off, we have a nice simple one. Plant fiber is everything. Literally everything that you're going to use in this game uses plant fiber or woven fiber in one form or another. As soon as you spawn, grab as much of that stuff as you can carry, turn half of it into woven fiber, and you'll be off to a great start for that save. Don't forget to break the bottom of the stems of grass when you cut them later on, as that is a great source for plant fiber and a great source therefore for woven fiber to continue your builds. Next up at number 2 we have the aphid slippers. Honestly, there's no reason that you shouldn't have a steady pair of slippers throughout your playthrough. Costing only 2 dead aphids and some mite fuzz, you can craft these bad boys at your nearest workstation, but what do they do? Well, essentially they give you a speed boost of about what feels like 10%. I will be testing this more carefully later on in another video, but it can really add up with your playtime and cut some really tedious travelling time from things like gathering. Mite fuzz can be easily sourced from several places in the garden, but if you just want a go-to location with the most amount of mites that I've seen, I would recommend the fallen oak branch. Climb up on there and get slaying. The mites are on top of the log and next to it along with several sap deposits. And here's where it is on the map. At number 3 we have a simple tip that is quite simple for a lot of people but completely ignored by others. When you're chopping grass or breaking rocks, try to prioritize the ones that are in close proximity to each other, because the swings of your tool will hit everything in front of you like a cleave attack. This will result in much more yield in much less time. At number 4 we have acorns. Acorns are going to be your best friend at the start of Grounded. As most people decide to build around the tree area, having acorns either before you arrive or just as you arrive can save you a lot of time just flapping about. They're used in the shovel that you need to get your grubs, and of course grubs are your only source of portable water, the canteen, and your most important combat tool for the rest of the game, and that is smoothies. They will help make the smoothie station. Acorns also give you the best combat armor in the game, and they are used in chests and water reserves, and not to mention the good quality food that comes with every broken acorn. So we're halfway now at number 5. I'm going to be expanding on my point with the smoothie station. I want to talk about the regular smoothies and even throw in bandages in this same category. With the smoothie station, as of build 0.2.1.2323, the early alpha build, you can combine 3 of the same item to make a smoothie, and that is very powerful. There's also a plant in the game that doesn't break at all, and that is the thistle plant. Every hit you do on the thistle plant will give you 1 thistle, and it's therefore infinite resources. Just farm a bunch of this thistle and make triple thistle smoothies as healing potions for the rest of the game. There's not a reason to be stocked up on them. They are going to be a staple in your chests for the rest of your save. They are a real lifesaver when it comes to fighting, especially on the higher difficulties. Combine these with bandages and you're going to be good to go in quite a lot of tough fights in the game. I wouldn't recommend crafting bandages until you upgrade the recipe via the Burgle chip that you find in the westerly anthill. It goes from being very expensive to being a must craft. Now number 6 is the combination of the ant set with the spider set. Following the same principle as the aphid slippers, having a spider set on you at all times will make your gathering, exploring and hunting experiences much smoother. If you're gathering, just put all 3 pieces of the ant set and the spider set on your hotbar. Then as soon as you've offloaded your haulage, equip the spider set. Just by switching via your hotbar, it saves a lot of inventory time and makes the gathering process much faster and much more streamlined. At number 7, we have the ant set in general. Get this as soon as possible. It increases the amount of items that you can haul from 5 to 8, and it also makes soldier ants become completely friendly as they consider you in disguise while you have the full set equipped. Not only does it give you access to the upgraded bandage recipe in the westerly anthill, the same anthill contains around 1500 raw science, the rotten bee armor set, ant eggs, and the food chamber. Ant eggs can only be used in explosives, and it's the only explosive in the game, and the food chambers contain rare foods like honeydew, nectar, cookie sandwich bits, hog nuggets, and even mints from time to time. Check back every few days to see what they've collected, but be warned, if you take the eggs, you're going to be in for a fight. For number 8, we're going to be expanding on the ant set. Once you've gone to the westerly anthill, collected the raw science, collected the Burgle chip, got your set of armor, and killed all those ants that are lying dead, you've collected all their parts and you've put them in your chest. You hear your base calling and reminding you of all these grass planks and weed stems you need to complete to make it whole. But before stepping out together, use that smoothie station to combine 1 ant head, 1 ant part, and 1 ant mandible to create a special smoothie called Workers Comp. This increases your load limit by 2 for 2 minutes. This may not seem like a lot, but with the other tips we've already gone over for time saving while building, this can add up and save you a lot of time overall. Almost done here at number 9. We have some advice about water early on. It took a while for it to register that all the water on the ground was going to be dirty, and this destroys your hunger bar if you drink it. It's alright if you've got nothing in your hunger bar because you just eat after you've drank. I was at a loss as to where to find the water and found myself at 1 HP all the time, even when building. Whenever you're gathering or building around grass, just look up every now and again and you'll spot some water droplets hanging from some grass. Just bash the stem that it's attached to, it'll fall to the ground and it's still considered fresh water. You can either drink it right then and there, or you can collect it in your canteen for later. Fresh water can also be found on things like fallen leaves from around the tree, and sometimes you're just not near a juice carton, and in a thirsty 4-player session, trying to find some juice can be quite tricky. And finally, we're there at number 10. As soon as you activate that mysterious device, get to the tree and start Burgle's daily quests as soon as possible. These reset every 24 hours from the time you pick them up, and these are in-game days, not real-world days. Me and my team thought it was the latter, and we lost a lot of that precious raw science currency early on, and we couldn't upgrade to the palisade walls for quite some time. The values of the bounties will vary, the best ones being the Slayer bounties. Well, I hope this video was helpful, and please do leave a positive rating if you've learned at least one thing in this video. It's been an absolute pleasure making these videos to share my tips with others, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and it really motivates me to make some more, and it just reassures me that they are coming in useful and people are using and enjoying them. But thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again in another video. Take care, guys.